Okay, let's jump right into this. Imagine for a second that every single day is a brand new, empty canvas. And the choices you make, well, those are the brushstrokes that end up painting the masterpiece, or not, of your life. So the real question is, what are you going to paint? Today we're diving deep into the philosophy of the great Jim Rohn, who was convinced that the secret to an amazing life isn't found in giant leaps, but in the small things we choose to do, day in and day out.
You know, what's so powerful about this quote is how it just completely flips the script on what success is. We're taught to think of it as this massive lightning strike moment, winning the lottery or having some huge breakthrough. But Rohn says, nope, it's much simpler and way more in our control. It's all about those small, almost invisible disciplines that we just commit to, over and over, every single day.
And this just perfectly shows the other side of that coin. I mean, if success is just a few simple disciplines repeated daily, then what's failure? Well, it's just a few errors in judgment, also repeated daily. See, the gap between the life you want and the life you might have right now, it's not some giant canyon you have to cross. According to Rohn, it's just the grand total of all those tiny, seemingly meaningless choices we make.
So, where do we even start with all this? Well, before you can change what you do, you've got to build a solid foundation inside. It all starts with mastering your inner world. So let's get into it.
Rohn basically points to 4 huge pillars for this internal foundation.
You've got your attitude, which is kind of like the filter you see the world through, your mindset, which is all about the thoughts you allow to hang around, your purpose, that big why that gets you out of bed, and gratitude, the one emotion that can literally shift your entire reality. Just think about this for a second. You've definitely been around someone who complains all the time, right? Do you feel drawn to them, or do you kind of want to run away? Rohn saw attitude as a literal magnet. A positive, how can we fix this attitude doesn't just make you feel better. It actively pulls people, resources, and good luck towards you. It's the bedrock everything else is built on.
But why are you even doing any of this? That's where purpose swoops in. It's your why. It's the rocket fuel that keeps you going when your motivation tanks and your discipline is being tested. And look, it doesn't have to be some grand, save-the-world mission right away. It just has to be your reason. Figuring that out gives all those little daily disciplines some real meaning. And finally, we have gratitude. Man, this is such a game changer. When you're constantly focused on what you don't have, the whole world just feels lacking. But when you make it a habit to be grateful, even for tiny things, your whole perspective flips. You start seeing abundance everywhere. Rohn taught that this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good exercise. It actually creates this positive feedback loop that brings more good stuff into your life.
Okay, so once that inner foundation is solid, we can start building the practical, real-world skills that turn our internal state into actual external results. So in this section, we're going to look at some of the most crucial skills Rohn talked about. We'll really focus on self-discipline, which is the bridge to your goals, time management, the art of being productive instead of just busy, and getting a handle on your finances, because financial health is a massive part of a well-designed life. I absolutely love this quote because it's just so true, isn't it? You can have the biggest, best ideas in the world, the most amazing goals, but without the discipline to actually act on them day after day, they just stay as dreams. Rohn saw self-discipline like a muscle. The more you use it with small, daily reps, the stronger it gets. And then, tackling those bigger challenges gets a whole lot easier. How often do you get to the end of the day, feeling totally exhausted from being busy, but when you look back, you feel like you got nothing done? Rohn was huge on the difference between being busy and being productive. It all starts with a simple plan for the day. Know what's most important, get rid of the stuff that's stealing your focus, and you'll be amazed at how much time you actually have for the things that matter. Come on, this question hits home for so many of us, right? It's that sinking feeling that your money is in charge of you, instead of the other way around. But Rohn believed that financial discipline isn't about some crazy, complicated formula. It's just about daily awareness and simple, repeatable habits. And here it is, the principle at the heart of it all. It's so simple. Spend less than you earn and invest the difference. That's it. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. This one simple discipline, practiced with every paycheck, is what builds real financial freedom over time. It's a choice you make with every single dollar. So, you've built your inner foundation. You're developing your skills. But how do you keep that momentum going? I mean, for your entire life. That's what this next part is all about. the engines of long-term growth.
The two final engines that really drive this whole thing forward are, 1, a commitment to self-education, always expanding what you know, and 2, a deep dedication to personal development, always refining who you are.
Now, this is such a critical distinction. Yeah, school will give you a foundation to get a job and make a living, but what you learn on your own time, by reading books, listening to talks, studying successful people, that's what creates real wealth and opportunity. The most successful people on the planet are lifelong learners. They're always getting just a little bit smarter every single day.
But, growth isn't just about adding new stuff on top. It's also about this incredibly powerful idea of unlearning. It's about being brave enough to identify and throw out the old beliefs, the bad habits, and the negative thinking that's holding you back. It's a constant process of editing and upgrading yourself.
Whew, we have covered a lot of ground here, from your internal attitude all the way to your daily habits. But honestly, none of it means anything without one crucial thing: taking action. So let's bring this all back to you, right here, right now.
Listen, don't try to change your entire life overnight. That's a recipe for burnout and failure. Just look back at everything we've talked about, your attitude, your learning, your finances, and pick one. Just one tiny, small, simple discipline you can start today. Maybe it's reading 10 pages of a good book. Maybe it's taking 2 minutes to write down what you're grateful for. What's it going to be for you?
And let's end with this profound idea. Stop chasing success. Seriously. Instead, just focus on your daily disciplines. Focus on becoming a little bit better, a little more disciplined, a little more grateful, a little more knowledgeable every single day. Because when you do that, success won't have a choice. It will be attracted to the person you are becoming.